I wanted to talk about something that 99% of guys who go in the gym who are trying to transform that skinny fat body into something a little bit more lean, jacked and back in shape are not doing, and it's stopping you from seeing those changes that you want to see in the mirror. Let's paint a little bit of a picture. What's something that you're typically doing in the gym, what I see most guys do? They get in, they go for that big bench press, they throw out the bench press, they got that PB in their head that they can hit 100 kilos for 5, so this week they're going to try and see if they can do 100 for 6 or something like that. And then after that they'll throw some dumbbells around, and then they'll do a bunch of supersets of chest flies and triceps and shoulder raises, stuff like that, typical sort of chest and shoulder day anyway, which isn't the most effective split, to be honest with you, but that's for another video. Here's the thing with that. Most of the time, the weights don't really improve. You don't really get any stronger. You're not really seeing any sort of linear progression in the gym. And then that body that you wake up to and see in the mirror every single morning or every week as the months go on, it's not really changing. So it's quite frustrating. So, other than the fact that you're probably missing a little bit more of a efficient and structured program, a bit of a better split. I would say more of a front back or a push-pull split is much more effective. That's what I do with my clients. But anyway, what you are ultimately missing, even if you had a much more effective program, is that you're just not tracking all of your fucking sets and reps. So if you're not tracking all your sets and reps, how do you know if you're progressing on everything? Chances are you're tracking one or two of your top favorite exercises and probably just your biggest top set. You'll just remember it in your head, this is the most amount of weight that I'm able to lift, so next week or by the end of the month I want to see if I can lift that little bit more. But if you really want to start seeing those changes in the mirror, you want to start seeing those gains, building those bigger rounder muscles, big round shoulders, popping your chest and arms out of your t-shirt, trimming up and getting that big V-shaped look that you want, you need to start tracking fucking everything. So every single exercise. So on here, I know that this weight, it's tracked on my coaching app, just like what my clients have. They've got it on their app. They got all their sets and reps tracked. You can see in the previous week, they managed to do this amount of kilos for this many reps on set 1, set 2, set 3. So they're going into this, right, last week I managed to do 887. So this week I know I need to beat that. I managed 8 last week. Let's see if I can squeeze out 9 or 10. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So whatever they manage, then they would just put it in their app. They put it in the tracking. So they put, I managed 9 or 10 this week. Great, I'll log that in. Set number 1. Set number 2, I managed 9. Set number 3, I managed 7. That's in the records. They move on to the next exercise, do exactly the same. Every week, they're going into the gym with certain little missions on each individual exercise. It's a lot more motivating when you're going in with something specific to aim for. Not just a bit of a general, let's get a big chest pump on, let's see if I can bench 100 kilos today. You got everything fucking logged. So even something as small as a shoulder raise or a bicep curl, you know where you're at. Usually most guys, by the time they get to the end of the workout, they've completely forgotten about where their sort of numbers are, and they're just throwing up random weights that feel heavy on the day, but there's no structure to it. So if you're not tracking all your numbers, you need to start. I can't give you access to my coaching app because that's for my clients, but if you want something free, a program to follow, be structured, and to actually start tracking all your numbers on it, I'll leave a link in the description below to my free 4-week coaching program, which has got spreadsheets where you can track all your numbers. You can follow a really good solid push-pull plan, which is going to see you making changes this year. I hope you found it useful. Got any comments? Got any questions? Comment below. Like, subscribe. See you in the next video.